Hi everyone, in this video, how can we insert record into the database from Servlet? From HTML, I'm collecting the input into Servlet, and from Servlet, I'm storing the same record into the database. How to do? First, we need to create the HTML form. Then the HTML information we collect into the Servlet, connect with the database, and in the database, we need to create one table. Into the table, we have to store that. How to execute all these things? That HTML form should be HTML form should be like this. Suppose enter is a table name, consider enter account table. So enter account number, one text box, account holder name, one text box. What is the balance in account? One text box. One text box followed by insert. Insert. If you want to apply the table format, we can apply the table. And whatever the information they input here, it is in the HTML that we collect in the servlet. So in the servlet, first step in do post method, collect the data, collect the input from HTML, collect input, then connect to database, to execute the query, create the prepared statement, execute, update, nothing but execute the query and just display the result. Display result. These are the steps we need to do. That is right. This is a dynamic query, so we are using the prepared statement. I'll explain how to do all these things. So first of all, opening that, first let me check the table is present or not. Here it is, I'm opening my SQL database. In that SQL database, giving username and password. Yes, it is connected. After that, checking that the table is present or not. Just description, account table. Account does not exist. Account does not exist. Suppose I'm creating table account number and name, balance. Just simply I'm taking the number only. Now it is present and no records. See, select star from account, no records. Now we are inserting the records from HTML. Let's minimize this. Here it is, create the project new. It's a dynamic web project. Servlets, right? Whenever you are working with the servlets, so open that dynamic web project. Give any project name. Right here it is a servlet insert. Suppose servlet insert. Just finish it. Finish. Right, in this one, first create the HTML file. HTML. Choose the HTML file. Then give the name. Any name. Index.html file. Index.html. Finish. Then that HTML will open. Here we are writing the code. Everything we have to write in HTML. HTML. Inside that head, if you want to give any title, suppose I'm giving record insertion from servlet, and here it is in body. We need to write in a form. Right here, what is the purpose of form? We already discussed. Form is used to submit the information from client to server. Okay, so here it is, everything we are writing inside the form. I'm just writing in the form of table format I'm using. So table tag I'm using. Here it is in this one. I mean, total how many rows are present. Total, how many rows are present? Here is first one, enter account number, write one text box, enter account holder name, text box, enter balance in account, text box, and here it is finally that insert. So total number of rows are 4 rows. Total number of rows are 4. So here it is a 4 rows we need to create. 4 rows. Here it is a TR. Table row is representing TR. Is the first row. Is the second row. Second row. Third row. Fourth row. Third row and fourth row. That is 4 rows we are taking. First, second, third, and fourth. Right, in the first row, what we are taking here it is, if you want to create label, you can create it as a label. Okay, and how many columns? This is one column, 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 this is one column. You can write it as a label, or of course directly you can write. Column means TD, table data is representing. Enter account number, enter account number, TD. This is the first column. And in the second column, the text box we need to specify. So what is that? Input type is equals to text, and the name we are giving number. Sir, what is this name? With the help of this name only, right? Whatever the input they entered here, whatever the input, so that we will collect. So this will store into the name what you have given variable. Into that it will store. Suppose number. With the help of this one only, we collect this information, whatever they entered in the text box, we collect that information in the servlet. So here it is, the name is very, very important. Here any name you can take. It's just working like a variable name. A, B, C, X, Y, Z, anything you can give. So this is the first row. And in the second row, here it is enter account holder name. And here it is a text box. I'm just giving that name. And in the third row, giving that what is that account balance. Enter account balance. And here it is a text box. We are just giving BAL. And in the last one, here it is a only here it is one column is there. If you want to make it center, of course it will come in the first column whenever you are writing the insert button. TD input type is equals to, here it is a submit button. When you click on this submit button, automatically this form will be submitted to the servlet. Submit. And what you have to display on the button, that you must place in value. Insert. And here it is TD close. And here, sir, here it is, I want to make it center means what? This TD use call span. Call span means what? It is merging the two columns into a single column. How many columns you have to merge? So 2 columns. Okay. After that, I want to align this information to center. So then what will happen? See, automatically it will come in the center. So this is how we are creating that one. So, but whenever you click on this, insert button, right, to which servlet it has to submit. I'm creating one servlet. servlet. For example, here it is a Java resources, source, new, take one servlet. I'm not using any package as of now, just servlet name is a insert I'm taking, insert. Of course, it is a class, right? When we call it as a servlet means what? It will run in the server, right? It will run in the server. That is, next finish it. Then automatically it will give some information about that servlet. No need to use all these things. Whatever the information which is in comments not required. Right here it is our servlet is the child class of HTTP servlet class. That's why which is extending from HTTP servlet. Default constructor is not required. I'm not doing any initialization. Do get method also not required. Currently we are working with a do post method. So when we go with the do get method, when we go with the do post method also, I'll explain in coming examples. See, so many errors it is showing, so many errors, right? How can we remove all these errors means what? Whenever you install the Tomcat, whenever, see, open the my computer, in that, in C drive, whenever you install Apache Tomcats, here in the Tomcat, lib file is there, lib. In that lib library, servlet api.jar file is there. In this jar file, all the classes are present. HTTP servlet exception, @web servlet annotation, all these are present. So we need to set the build path from your Eclipse. So right click on servlet insert. You know how to configure, right? Build path, configure build path, configure build path. In libraries, just module path. When you click on module path, all these things will enable. Click on add external jars. In external jars, same, go to the C drive, program files, Apache, Tomcat, lib. In lib, servlet api.jar file is there. Select that and open it. After that, just apply and close. As soon as you apply and close, see, all errors will gone automatically. All errors will gone automatically. That is okay. So our servlet name is insert servlet. We are using the method is a do post method. Remember that. So these two we need to write in a HTML. So whenever you click on this submit button, this form to where it has to submit means action. It should submit to insert servlet, and the method is there. We are using post. Generally we use get and post. Where we use get and where we use post, right? You will understand, right? This is insert servlet will execute, and inside that post method execute. So now whatever the information they input here, that we need to collect here. What you are collecting is called request. What you are giving is called response. Now we are collecting the input from HTML, so request, right? Right here, input is nothing but parameter. So request dot, in that one method is there, get parameter. We need to pass what the name you have given to collect the first value of input box. In the first box, if they enter 101, how to collect means what? With the help of this NUM. This is the name you have given to this text box to get the value here, num. But see, the input what you entered in the text box, it is in string format. In which format? String format. But that is a number. right? It should be integer. It should be integer. See, now it is showing error. What is that error? It is giving that string, but you are collecting into integer. So if you check this, see, type mismatch cannot convert from string to integer. So that's why we need to convert this. How can we convert? Means in integer class, parse int one static method is there. Using that method, we are converting the string into integer. We are collecting the information. After that, we are converting that information from string to integer using this parse int method. Next one is a name. Name is a string format only, no need to collect directly. Request dot get parameter. Get parameter. Name we have given there. Next balance. Int balance is equals to any variable names you can give here. Num, name, balance. If you want to give complete value name, your wish. Balance. It is also directly I'm converting into integer. Integer dot parse int of request dot get parameter of bal we have given there. Here in these parentheses, right? What are the values we are using? I mean names, right? What all the names you have given in index.html, the same names you have to use. Same names. Then automatically whatever the information you have given in these three text boxes, right? We can collect here. Once you collect, then connect with the database. You know the story. How can we connect with the database? Establish the connection. Con equals to null in a try block. How can we establish? Class dot for name. To load the driver, what is the driver name? Is oracle dot jdbc dot driver dot oracle driver. Oracle driver. That is. Next, how to establish the connection? Con equals to driver manager dot get connection. We need to pass three things: URL, comma, username, comma, password. All the three. So what is that URL? String URL equals to, I'm taking that JDBC communicating with Oracle with the driver is a thing at localhost with the port number 1521 and the service name is a XE. This is the URL and username. Suppose in my system it is a system. Password is a admin. I'm using all the three. So now I'm establishing the connection. Once connection is ready, now we need to execute the query. The query is import. The query is prepared statement or statement. Of course, it is prepared statement because you are reading the details from HTML. It's a dynamic query. So connection dot prepare statement. But where is the query? Where is the query to prepare? Prepare statement. Yes is equal to. Where is the query? Just create the query. String query equals to insert query. Insert into account values. The first one, second one, and third one. The query is ready. Prepared. Right here, all we import. All we import. So once it is ready, see it is expecting the catch block. Catch. Here, two exceptions, but I'm using directly exception. Whatever the message exception, if you want to display means what? Response. We are not displaying on console, very important. So then where we display? We are displaying the information We are displaying this information, right? Where means on the web page. So here we need to create one object dot response dot get writer to write the response, right? We are calling get writer. It will give the object of print writer class in your object name pw. It is belongs to IO package. Import that. Once it is ready, using that pw, you can write anything on web page. It is exception. What is the exception? Message simply e dot get message. E dot get message. After that, we need to close. Of course, where to close? Finally. In finally, we are closing that when only if connection is not equals to null. We know that open, close, everything. Just connection dot close we are writing. And it is expecting handling that IO exception just surrounded with a try catch. This is enough. This is enough. In case whenever you are closing, in case any exception, IO exception, then that will be handled. No need to take care of this. Okay. Once the prepared statement is ready, then we are setting the values. PS dot set integer of for the first column. For the first column, just give that number. Next one, PS dot set string for the second column. For the second column is a name. Name. PS dot set integer for the third column, balance. Once everything is a set, just simply called PS dot execute update, because it's an insert query. Insert query is nothing but what? DML query. How can you execute DML queries? Using execute update method. Right here, whenever we are executing this, we are collecting the information. So what is that information? Whether it is a successfully updated or not. Execute update method return type is integer. How many records updated? How many records updated it will give? Just the count. If no records updated, count is 0. So if count is greater than 0 means what? Yes, record successfully updated. Else failed in updating the record. So I'm just giving that pw dot println record inserted successfully. Inserted successfully is a message. Else pw dot println failed in insertion. Failed in insertion. That is. This is the way we are executing. Now everything is ready. Everything is ready. Now we are executing the code. How can we execute? Just here it is index.html. Place the cursor control in index.html. Just right click, run as run on server. It will show the message run on server only because main method is not there. Okay, in servlets, we are not writing main methods. If you don't write main method, right, then it will not show the option run as Java application. Run on server. Here it is, I am preparing the server, what I have installed in my system. I have installed Apache. So in that Apache, right, that 9 version I have installed. That 9 version, click on next. Then here it is where the path is. Tomcat installation directory. Browse. Go to the C drive. Program files. Apache. Tomcat 9.0. This much. Select the folder. Up to here you need to give the path. Then next. Servlet insert already added. Just finish it. Finish. The first time whenever you start the server and whenever you create the server, it will take a little time. Of course, it will complete. Whenever you are executing the server, whenever you run on the server, right here, when you just finish it, suppose if it will show the message like this, starting Tomcat, right? The server cannot be started because one or more of the ports are invalid. Then what you have to do, here it is a servers option is there, servers. Whatever the server you configured, that list it will show here, server. In this one, in this servers, what is happening? In this servers, what is happening? When you double click on that, double click, then it will show the ports information and everything. Here just giving that, right? Any information you can give that. For example, 8005. Generally the port will run here at 8087. About this Tomcat admin port, I'll explain later. Not required, just give anything. 8005 or something. This port is important. From 8080 to 8089, any port number you can give. After that, just save, Control S. Save it and close it. Now here it is directly. You can run like this. Run on server. Finish it. Now it will ask to allow access. Yes, when you click on allow access, still it is showing that 8087 required a problem. Okay, then change it. When you need to change that server ports every time, 8086 I'm giving 86. Now I'm executing run on server multiple times. Suppose if you do Tomcat installations, right, then occupied by the different ports. So now it is executing perfectly. So don't try to install Tomcat server multiple times. And once your work is completed with a Tomcat server, make sure every time you have to stop the server. See, I'm giving enter account number 101, enter account holder name, and here it is a balance in account. When you click on insert, it is showing that exception Oracle jdbc.driver.oracle driver. It is showing. Sir, why this error it is showing? It's very simple. You are communicating with the Oracle, but you are not setting the build path. But here it is not build path. See, in this source folder, in this main, in this web app, in this webinf lib folder is there. Here you need to paste that ojdbc14.jar file, where it is, already, right? In Oracle, in C drive, in Oracle, you can search ojdbc file. OJDBC, because path no need to remember where it is exactly. This is the path: C drive, Oracle app, Oracle product 11.2 server JDBC lib. Just here, copy this, copy. Then this is important. In source main Java web app, in lib, right click on lib, paste it. When you paste it here, it will show that ojdbc5.jar. Okay, now do the same thing. Run on server, select every time, finish it, restart the server. Any simple modification will allow you to restart the server. Okay, no problem, you can restart. Right, it is showing that enter account number, I'm giving name, balance, insert. Record inserted successfully. Now just go and check in SQL. No row selected previously. Now if you check, look at that record got inserted. This is the one. Suppose if you want to make it center, and the table, if you want to give the caption, here it is a record insertion is a cap, right? It's a caption you have given. And the table, if you want to align to center, align equals to center. Now again run the example, run on server is the same, finish. Wait. Just leave it alone. Only caption I have given. Only caption. It will show the caption record insertion. Okay. Then if you do the same thing, that record will be inserted. Sir, anyway, I have started. So second record I want to insert. Second record. Insert. Record inserted successfully. Now if you go and check, here it is a second record also inserted. This is the way we are inserting the record from, taking the input from HTML and perform the insertion using servlet concept. Make sure everyone, again I'm telling, once working with the server is completed, right click on server, just stop it. Stop the server every time after use. Okay, hope you understood the concept. Please practice. Thank you all.